Welcome to another video from East Beds Bushcraft, the home of #survival.
Greetings Bushcrafters and survivalists, it's Buzz here in Hearn's Storatorium, and today is not a noodle review. Today, as you would have noticed from the title of this video, is all about this, which is a new twig stove, if you want to call it. It's a sort of popular name for them. Portable folding wood burning stove. I've used one of these for years. My one, and forgive the pronunciation, Lixada. It's one of the ones that comes in a much smaller packet than this. So it's great for your backpack, and it literally slots together. Okay, this one is a folding one, and I've wanted just to increase the size of my stick stove for my canoe camping trips. Okay, I mean, this is not particularly big, comes in a nice little packet, cost me the grand total of £12 or thereabouts from good old Temu. They have a big selection on there. I have bought stuff from there before. I know it can be a little bit you know, you're shooting in the dark with Temu. Sometimes things turn up and they exceed expectations, and then a lot of the time you get things from Temu and they are a little bit disappointing, but there you go. So you sort of like take your chances. 12 quid, I thought I'd take my chance. I haven't opened it yet, so I think what we should do is take a look at this and then light it up and basically see if it's worth the 12 quid I spent on it. And there we go, because I love a stick stove. Nice and portable. It means that, you know, you can have your fire. I mean, I've got so many different sort of fire boxes and things. You know, I've done historical reenactment for way over a quarter of a century, and I've got all my medieval kitchenware. I've got steel fire boxes to get it off the ground. I've got all sorts. I've got ranges of stuff, you know, running from the full medieval kitchen with spit roast and cauldrons and all the gear that you'd hang off for all your pots and pans and your trivets and God knows what, you know. So literally, if I needed to set up a big medieval kitchen, I could do. And then you come down to, obviously, if you're out on camp and you just have your basic clear the ground and have your fire on the ground, and make yourself up a little stand with some hazel and everything, whatever you need, is your most basic approach, and then obviously clear it away so there's no trace left when you leave. These little cookers are really handy because they get the fire off the ground for the best part and contain everything, and they're nice and neat, and you really easy leave no trace. And to be honest with you, whether you're actually using these to have a brew on, cook your lunch on, or simply just to have an open fire which is contained and safe, so you can just enjoy the warmth of it, that's great in itself. Anyway, let's take a close look at this and see if it's any good. So here we have it. It comes in a nice little packet, single zip. Ooh, it's all covered in blue. It's covered in, I don't know if you can see this on the video, but it's got this blue stuff on it, like a, it's going to take a little while to get that off. Right, okay, so it's folded, it's in its flat position. Open it up, kind of wants to pop apart. Let's take the bits in. Got more, haven't we? Oh, I see. Okay, so once you've folded it out, it has a built-in little bit to fold down. There you go, and that is sturdying it. We got a little doorway. It's quite cool. Okay, is there a handle on the other side? Yep, there is. So we've got a handle on each side if you want to pick it up and move it. And we have, as he forces it out, twist. Right, so it's got a twisty catch on there. just to hold that. Right, now we have, as I say, it's got this blue, I'm going to have to strip all that blue film off it. It says, look, it says handmade in China. So I'm assuming this is going to slot in. Doesn't seem I'm slotting that way. Ah, slots in from the side. So that's going to be our little plate that keeps the ash from dropping on the floor. Okay, that slots in from this side. Okay, fair enough. And then we have our little cooking top to go on that. So that just sit there on the top. Right. It's got one of the hinges sticking out the top there. I think I might just get a hammer and just tap those down, or see if they'll go down. If not, I'm going to just trim those off. There's our little cooking top on there. Feed your fuel in there. Well, that seems straightforward enough. Alright, I'm going to have to obviously spend a little bit of time taking all this blue stuff off, but let's just pack it down. Okay, let's pull that up. Hold that. That's dead simple. These two bits were just stored inside. I'll put one in there. Slap that back in there. Thing is, I don't like bags that are made so they don't give you enough room to do them up. That's got a little bit of room on it. Nice. Oh, so there you go. I think the next thing to do is, I'm not going to do this on video because it's going to take me ages to get this blue film off it, but I'm going to get the blue film off it and then we need to go and fire it up. So yeah, I'll catch you again in a mo. Greetings, it's me again. I haven't got as far as lighting it up yet because I've been taking all this film off. It's literally taken me about half an hour to try and get this film off. They've constructed it. I've still got some that are stuck around the joints, around the hinges. You can just about pick it out. Let's put it this way, spending half an hour trying to get this film off this cooker. At least it's made me feel as if I intimately know the cooker now. Trying to get this stuff off. I dare say within the first burn, the little bits that are like trapped in the hinges are just going to melt off and evaporate. So I think what I'll do is I'll just have a burn and do that, and see how it goes. But yeah, you've got a lot of film to take off one of these little Temu cookers, stick stoves. Enjoy. So here I am in my bushcraft shelter. I've prepped up some chopped hazel. I've got a few twigs in there for tinder. Let's get some tinder out. Always like to use a little bit of cotton wool, Vaseline, one of my favourite tinders. It's a fail safe. Let's go. There we go. Let's get some of these smaller bits in. So the idea being is obviously with your stick stove you want to feed the fuel in through the side. Fabulous. Well, that seems to be working as I'd expect a stick stove to work. Be quite merry putting my lunch over the top of that. As it is, it's kicking out a nice bit of heat. That's better. Yeah, so there you go. £12 from Temu. I have to see how it holds up. Take our little cooking top off. Put that down there. So yeah, you could use this just as an open fire. Feed the fuel in from the top, opposed to feeding it in from the side. Thing is, if you're cooking, you need to be able to have your pot on the top, and you really do need to have the facility of feeding in your fuel from the side. So that's really handy, you know, with my little Luxeeder fold up one. It's got a side hole you can feed it in. But as I say, this is a bit bigger, so it's kicking out a bit more heat. So although my little fold up one is great for backpacking, yeah, this one is kind of, yeah, it'll be a nice one to sit round, have a brew, just chillax, you know, just enjoy the warmth of the fire. Yeah, so we're going to really have to field test this. Gonna have to field test it, use it a while, and just see how it holds up, I suppose. But for the moment, you know, I've got no issues with it. It was easy enough to start a fire in it, and it's nice and compact. So I'm just going to sit here. The sun is slowly, because I've got the sun in my eyes, the sun is slowly going down. It's a lovely winter sun. It's a little bit cool today. I'm not here in my bushcraft shelter with my little stick stove. So there you go. I can actually see the odd little bits of that blue film just flaring and disappearing on this side. But this is great. I mean, it's completely and utterly, you know, contained. Yeah, so there you go. Well, thanks for tuning in, and I'm going to basically just sit here and relax and watch the sun go down and just enjoy the rest of the day, because that's what bushcraft is all about. It's getting out into the countryside, listening to the birds, just letting nature do its thing. And there's nothing more basic to mankind than to sit around a fire. I mean, that is just absolutely superb. And as I've always said, and I say this to my family and my friends over the years, it was a saying that my dad taught me when I was a little kid, that you're never going to have the same fire twice. That fire that's burning in that box now is an individual fire. The flames aren't ever going to be the same. What you see in that fire is not going to be the same. And from the beginning of time, when mankind used to harness fire to keep them safe at night, to cook their food, to prepare their meals, and to eventually basically take us all the way through to the Industrial Revolution and beyond, fire is that wonderful raw element that you just can't have the same fire twice. And to experience that fire, I'm going to experience this fire today, and that once it's gone, once it's died down, it's gone, I'll hold those memories inside me for the rest of my life. And that's the way I look at every single little campfire we have. You know, absolutely wonderful times. There you go, just feed some more in there. So thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I shall catch you in the next one.
Thank you for watching. Please like and share this video and subscribe to the East Beds Bushcraft channel. See you all again soon.